Hey guys, welcome to our Celebrity Big Brother Season 2 premiere chat.
You might notice we're in a different spot. We've been frozen out of the other spot.
It's just too damn cold downstairs. I have it in my rider that I cannot work in a room that is below 60 degrees.
And just for fun, I'm on the wrong side, but whatever.
Whoa, and we're wearing blankets even though we're upstairs. It's so cold today, but anyway. Who's excited? New season, new house guests. And a bomb-ass house. I love this house so much.
Everything.
This is probably one of my favorite house designs of all time. It's like a 1930s, 40s New York City. They've got all the Art Deco and everything.
They did not spare any expense on that house, and we've been watching the feeds too. And they get dry cleaning, and they get their laundry done.
What the hell?
Did they get that last time? I want to say no.
I can't remember. I feel like they did their own laundry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
but anyway.
It's episode 1, and Julie's sleeves... I don't know what was going on there.
I know a lot of people were curious, myself included, if she was going to go back to Julie Chen or stick with Julie Chen Moonves. I feel like it would have looked really, really, really crazy if she had gone back to just Julie Chen. But, like, that's all we'll say about it. So, yeah, she said Julie Chen Moonves, moving on.
She is the high priestess with that outfit. You know, I don't always rag on Julie's outfits, but that one was...
I don't really care. We've got a new season here. So if you guys want all of our thoughts on the new cast, make sure you check out our full cast assessment video. We'll put the link in the info below.
That was in depth. We'll just give you some one-word descriptions for this season.
Yeah, because they introduced everybody tonight. They had their, like, this is my life packages.
Right. The first 6 that were in the house. Is it 6?
Yeah.
And then only 5 after? No, it had to be another 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Ryan Lochte, one word.
Duh. Remember when he played the sex idiot on 30 Rock?
Yeah. Another word that comes to mind for him would be, and I think is very fitting, like, simple.
Yeah. But at least he has a loving family, right? That's
absolutely. Eva Marie.
I don't know if we're supposed to call her Natalie or Eva Marie or Eva or like Natalie Eva.
She said anything was okay to Ika.
But I want to call her what she wants to be called, you know?
Well, I'm calling her Eva Marie.
We'll see. I'm going to see what everybody's calling her in the house and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll call her Eva Marie because I know that was like her wrestling name.
Right. Well, I would describe her as smart.
She seems very intelligent, and I feel like she's going to get along with people really well. But then again, I didn't watch Total Divas, and apparently she was a total diva on that show.
I mean, her personality and her, like, outside of the house, she's smart. She knows what she wants, and she's gonna get it.
Yeah, she seems to have a decent grasp on the game.
She's got some multiple streams of income coming in there, so you know what? That's a smart woman.
All right, next up.
Tom Green.
We said we weren't going to go in depth here, but it's hard not to talk about them. Okay, Tom Green. This is one of the people that I was the most excited for to go into the house, and I have to say, one episode in, he is not letting me down.
He is entertaining.
He's living up to it. Yeah.
He's amazing. And he's like a Bill Murray type. Anything he says is freaking funny, even if it's not funny, because he's Tom Green.
He's a comedian for
and he's Canadian. All right. Is he the only Canadian in the house? I guess so.
I think so, but I'm not totally sure.
All right. Lolo Jones.
Oh my goodness.
Virgin.
Why does she have to like lead with that? This is not The Bachelor.
That's her catchphrase.
I guess. But she's an Olympian, obviously. I think she's gonna... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I could see from her personality why she's not with someone.
She's very strong-minded, it seems like, and... What?
Annoying.
I mean, I could see her getting into some arguments just because I feel like she's gonna be, like, butting heads with people, but we'll see.
She's really competitive, too, I feel like. Kato Kalin. He wants to not be known for the OJ thing, but what does he keep bringing up? The OJ thing.
And
he's extra.
It bums me out, because, like, it's one thing to say, like, this is where you may know me, but then, like, he's still cracking jokes about it. And I think like the show probably has something to do with that, but like
I
just
guess.
think that's in really poor taste, and
Yeah.
like people were murdered.
Yeah.
People were murdered, and I don't know, he keeps saying that he wants to get away from it, wants people to get to know him for who he really is, and I
Who
just
is
think
he?
He should stop talking about the OJ thing.
Who is Kato? The only Kato I know is like some F-up that was living in somebody's pool house.
I don't know, but we're gonna find out what he's all about. He seems like a lot of fun, but also like, whoa. You need him in small doses.
Like, I think he tries too hard.
Maybe.
Alright. Tamar. Tamar Braxton.
Tamar is obviously
Baby sister Braxton.
going to be one of the stars of the season. Yeah, she's the youngest Braxton sister. She is freaking bringing it in the
She's
diary room.
fun with a capital F.
Yeah. And her reactions are everything. Oh my god, every time she was like, ah!
Yeah. Yeah. She
Honestly,
but
it
you
kind
know
of
what?
reminded me of myself with reactions.
she might be a little bit too much after a while. I mean, first day fun, but like, girl, too much.
She is bringing everything in the diary room, and she's definitely one of my favorites.
Well, we all know from 2 minutes ago, the house is fabulous.
Yeah, so they
New
were the
York City
first ones
glam.
to enter. Oh, this is really bad. Okay, Tamar was the first one to walk into the house, and you know that is a curse.
Oh.
Hopefully, you know, maybe they'll break it this season, but she
I
was the
know.
first one to enter the house, just so you guys know.
I love how Julie was like, this is going to be the most ever. It's the second season, Julie.
Most whatever.
Most whatever she said.
Oh.
ever. What is this, The Bachelor all of a sudden?
I hope
The
not.
most controversial season ever. But it's
All right.
season 2.
Yeah, so let's talk about the other half going in.
Alright, Joey Lawrence. He seems really angry.
Yeah, so from the little 15-minute at a time sneak peeks that they've shown so far, he just seems like really not into it, and
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't believe I'm here, blah, 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 just send me home, kind of
Hello,
thing.
you signed up for this. No one twisted your arm and said that you had to do this.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like he's gonna be a bummer. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of. Dina Lohan. She's the clueless mom. She's just like, I'm the mom, right?
She really loves her kids.
You know
I
what?
mean-
She's fun in her momness.
She's been telling a lot of stories about Lindsay and everything, and I want to see like what she's all about.
Yeah. I'd like for her to have her own identity and not just live through her kids.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more of her personality this season. We'll see.
Yeah. Jonathan.
Oh.
He's just fabulous.
Okay, what about the face that Jonathan made when
He's
Dina
the-
was introduced?
He's the male Tamar,
Yeah.
you know?
And he's got those big eyes, so he's
Yeah.
like, it's a lot.
And he reacts to everything just like Tamar does. I think Julie was getting a little pissed. She was probably like, hey, Tamar, tone it down. Ms. Moonves is talking.
I don't know. I think Julie was enjoying it. I think Julie really enjoys the celebrity seasons. I felt that way last year too, because she's like, oh, these people I can acknowledge. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It just, do you guys feel like that too?
They're not garbage people like the regulars.
I'm so sick of watching or not watching these normies play.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so Jonathan,
Fantastic.
he's actually a fan of the game, so let's hope he doesn't.
And so is Tamar.
Yeah, actually Tamar too is an actual Big Brother
Right.
viewer, not just the celebrity season.
So they're like the Wonder Twins.
I just hope they don't pull a Shannon. Sorry, Shannon. Okay.
Candy Buress. She is accomplished.
Yeah, I'm really excited that she's gonna be in the house because she's just so cool, and
She's accomplished. She's polished.
Mhm.
She seems like she's too good for this cast. You know what I mean? She seems a little good
it's
for
overall
this.
a pretty good cast. I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited about it, but she is also bringing it in the DR. And she's got a history with Tamar because I believe they toured together and there was like a feud for some reason. I don't know all the details, but honestly,
Good/bad.
I feel like no matter what the feud was, being in this house together,
Mm-hmm.
they're probably going to gravitate towards each other
Right.
because
They
feel
know
like
each other.
They know each other, so you know, even
Any
though
port in a storm.
there might have been a feud in the past, they'll be like, I know you, I have that level of comfort with you, so I
Right.
could see them working together for sure.
Now, the last two were really surprising to me. I was probably the most surprised by Ricky Williams.
Why?
Because I thought he was going to be like some football player, but I was watching him on the feeds today, and he actually sounds really intelligent.
He's got a lot of really, this is really bad, but interesting interests. Couldn't I have picked other words, but he's got some interesting interests. He's really into
acupuncture,
like Chinese
medicine.
Yeah, and astrology. So I'm excited to see him tell people about themselves.
Yeah, in a good way.
In a nice way. Yeah. In a nice way. I just find that stuff really interesting. So I think it's gonna be
I'm
fun.
Very surprised by him, I have to say, and also Scaramucci. I'm very surprised by. My first reaction was his word to describe him would be F. But he seems, from the feeds that we've seen so far, the sneak of the feeds, normal, very intelligent.
Well, I mean, he's a very successful businessman.
Yeah.
Businessman. Showman. Showman? No, businessman.
He also can be quite polished when he wants to be.
Yeah, so I feel like they brought him on the show because obviously everyone's like really interested in like what the hell is happening in the White House, like what is going on behind closed doors. But I don't know if we're gonna get those stories.
I don't know if he knows.
No, I mean, because he's like a Trump supporter.
Yeah, still.
So it's not going to be like Omarosa last season where she was ready to spill the tea. So I don't know.
Well, they want to make us believe that.
I mean, we're ready to soak up any little story we get.
So what are some of your favorite moments from
I just love
first entering the house?
The first few minutes of every season when they're all in the house together and they're like introducing themselves. We didn't have any moments this season like, who the hell is that really?
Yeah.
Like last season when James Maslow didn't know anybody.
Right.
It seemed like, or unless they just edited that out.
2 minutes old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious when Tom was all, oh, they have sandwiches. Do you want a sandwich?
Oh. Do you want a sandwich?
I do. That looked like a nice spread.
Yeah. And Tamar eating the grapes when the conversation got a little uncomfortable.
I mean, of course, the OJ thing came up. And they were all like, do you think OJ's about to come in the house? No, because he doesn't deserve any more attention.
He doesn't deserve sandwiches or grapes.
Yeah.
Alright, so they didn't waste any time because they didn't have any to waste tonight. They had to get right to the HOH competition.
Okay.
This was exciting because it was in pairs. But only 5 of the 6 pairs would actually be competing.
Yeah, so whoever didn't get picked, they were kind of left hanging because they didn't know what was going to happen, but then...
They probably thought they were going to get nominated or something.
They got some good news because they're safe for the week.
Yeah.
So that is...
And they don't have to compete.
Yeah, they don't have to look like idiots in this competition. So Eva Marie and Kato are safe for the week.
Right, well...
And Tamar's reaction to that was, ah!
Yeah. This is Tamar's reaction to everything.
I love it. I'm here for it. It's amazing.
So, in order to pick the pairs, Ryan Lochte was picked by...
He was randomly chosen to be the first one. So he picked Jonathan.
Right.
That's a power duo.
They're a power duo.
Yeah.
And then Jonathan picked Tamar, and Tamar picked Candy. So, Candy and Tamar
familiarity.
Together. My dog was just horrified with that Tamar reaction.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Candy picked...
Joey.
I thought that said Jerry, and I'm like, who's Jerry? And Joey picked Ricky.
That has the potential also to be a power duo.
Did you see the look of disgust on Joey's face when they were doing the introductions before they went into the house and he saw that Jonathan was there?
Oh yeah, what was that?
Was that almost like, ugh, another child star type thing?
I don't think Jonathan's really a child star. He was already
a teen
like older.
Star?
I feel like it was like a heartthrob jealousy kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely saw that.
But we did pick up on that. We were both like, ooh, did you see that face? Yeah.
Jonathan never knew.
Okay, well anyway.
All right.
Next up, Lolo. And she picked Tom, which is interesting.
Yeah. Well, she said because he was old and like
She
farty,
didn't want
and
to
she didn't want to win.
She didn't want to win this first HOH. But Tom also mentioned, we were watching Ika's Entertainment Tonight Canada interviews.
Right.
And Tom,
he didn't want to win either.
Tom was saying he didn't want to win the first HOH either. I don't think Lolo knew that going into this.
No.
But their performance was a little bit surprising considering neither of them wanted to win.
Yeah. And Dina picked Anthony Scaramucci because she didn't know the other people's names. She wasn't paying attention.
Oh my god! And it was like mom and dad from Staten Island.
And they were dressed like little gangsters.
Yeah, okay, so then they put on their outfits. And how many of them were standing there in their outfits for the first time thinking, what the F?
What the actual F
did I sign up for?
Who looked the worst in their outfit?
Well, Scaramucci sitting there on that swing, like, really reminded me of Corky Romano. But I love that movie. But anyway, he reminded me of Corky Romano, but...
He reminded me of Judy Garland in A Star Is Born when she did that number at the end where she was, like, on the plantation.
On the plantation?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. That's what he reminded me of. When she had the really, really short hair.
I don't know.
Oh, we'll have to go
we'll
back.
have to review it.
Yeah. Review the tape.
Sorry, I'm in Gaga A Star Is Born mode right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, so for this competition, it was a throwback. I believe this was on season 16. It was called Drinks on Us. And
yes.
They were, again, competing in pairs. And they were all on swings. So you would have like one person in the back, one person in the front. So the person in the back had to reach back and fill up their glass with some sort of liquid.
I'm sure it was just water.
I guess. And then they had to
water.
swing towards each other, transfer the liquid.
And then the other person had to dump it into a champagne glass full of bubbles and raise up the bubbles enough for one to fall out.
Honestly.
Which wasn't very much at all.
Honestly, it was a few squirts. And I'm surprised that they did not just use like a regular size champagne glass, because that's what it was like.
Yeah.
Okay, you did not need that much liquid to release one of the bubbles.
Alright, well, they were having a lot of trouble
getting started.
And I think they also did on season 16 as well when they had that one. I remember, was it Alex was having a real tough time getting her swing going? Not Alex.
I was like, who's Alex on season 16?
No.
Didn't Donnie have a hard time with it?
Yeah, probably.
I can't remember exactly, but there were definitely some failures to launch there.
Yeah.
Well, okay, have you ever been on a swing before? You can't just like herky jerk around with it. You have to like build up to it. So they were having issues with that. It took them a while. And who would have guessed rocket scientist Ryan Lochte was the first one to get his swing going?
I guess he's really good at swinging.
It's a season of surprises.
How long did it actually take them to get it started though? Remember last season when they had those the competitions and they made it seem like these competitions took like an hour and they actually took like 5 minutes? It was like less than
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this whole competition probably did not take as long as they made it seem like.
No.
But you know how they edit in all the DRs and everything and it feels a lot longer, but I don't think it took that long. But anyway, Joey Lawrence was already complaining about how long it was taking, and he said that he wanted to win this competition because he wanted the private HOH bathroom to do bathroom things.
Which is really funny because on the sneak peek feeds today, who was it? Scaramucci and somebody else, was it Ryan Lochte? We're talking about how, it can't be avoided. You gotta go to the bathroom, you know?
Oh no!
I think somebody was complaining about the bathroom smell, perhaps.
Couldn't they get them some, like, the poo spray?
Apparently there was a bathroom problem. And
well, anyway, while the competition was going down, Kato and Eva Marie were on the side, and Eva Marie was calling Kato out. She's like, you're annoying.
Yeah.
You are not good at cheering for people.
You're not a good fan. They already know. Don't tell them what they already know. What do you think, they're stupid?
I was a little uncomfortable. Ugh.
I mean, she wasn't wrong.
She wasn't, but whoa.
Yeah.
I don't think he took any offense.
No, because he's just happy to be there.
All right, well, anyway, it really came down to two teams here.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan
Lolo,
and Jonathan were off to a
right.
quick start, but then Lolo and
she's too competitive.
Tom, yeah, they started to get into it. I think Lolo wants to be like the star Olympian, and now that she knows that Ryan is there as well,
she's disgusted that there's another Olympian, and her competitive side is really coming out.
Yeah.
She's really Shannoning.
You better be careful.
So Ryan and Jonathan actually won.
But there's a twist here.
Mm-hmm.
Only one of them is going to be HOH, which fine. That's fine. I thought they were just going to like decide
They knew
amongst
that
themselves.
going in. Yeah.
Yeah, because they've done that in the past, but that wasn't the case. They have to compete in another competition. And again, I was like, okay, fine. They've done something like that before, whatever. But here's where it gets like,
Big Brother High Priestess Julie came back and said, you guys are going to have to battle each other.
Yeah, so the winner is going to become this week's HOH. The loser is going to be on the block.
Oh my.
I do not like this twist because I feel like you should not be punished for trying and doing well in a competition like this. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't think it sets a good tone, but that's just my opinion. Let us know what you guys think in the comments.
I think if Jonathan had opened his eyes any more from that reaction, they would have popped out. He was just like,
Jonathan, be careful.
Yeah, I know. You don't want to lose those.
Yeah, there you have it. There's like mad episodes this week. Tomorrow, we're going to find out officially who won the first HOH and who's up on the block.
And the spoilers start when?
Wednesday, because the feeds are not coming on until after tomorrow night's episode.
So then the first After Dark is tomorrow night?
I think so.
Nice.
So yeah, tomorrow on the episode, we're also finding out who the other nominees are. I believe Wednesday is the power veto, and then Friday is the first eviction of the season.
And the shows are different
every week.
Each week.
Yeah, it's not the same set schedule.
But never the weekends.
No, there's weekend shows.
Oh, this is a Sunday show, right?
I don't know. There's weekend shows.
I don't know. We'll let you know when it gets closer.
All right. So that's it. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. And until tomorrow, much love.